Okay, guys, how's everybody doing? We're back. We're here again. We're being dragged around by the ever so delightful Space Viking 42. So if you guys would check out that link right there, that is going to show you both of our streams at the same time. Mr. Enigma, how are you this afternoon? I hope you're well. Ubar, it is always awesome to see you, my friend. And bonjour. J.R. Strang, what is going on? Yes, we are talking rally this evening as well. So that's going to be some cool stuff. Also, we've changed it around a little bit, so now we're both using push to talk. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, and I am very much looking forward for tomorrow being Friday. I kind of see that. All right. Are you right or left outside of the garage here? Oh, I should turn on the audio so that you guys can actually hear our ever so wonderful Space Viking 42, because he got himself into a little bit of shenanigans. All right. Where did you go? J.R. Strang, how is that? Oh, you've already managed to rescue yourself from yourself?
Yeah, I already managed to do that.
Okay. Because I glanced over to your stream and you're just like you're just all the wheels to the sky. I like this paint scheme. This is a cool paint scheme right on this thing. I'm not sure why it's very Chernobyl themed, but we'll see what happens. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's pretty fun. It's like 3 mini stories in one. So it's not like the regular Goliath that we're so used to doing. What's that?
What should we be doing today?
You know, I honestly have no idea. But apparently we could gain warehouse access if we start delivering water to the burned warehouses.
That is where I'm having a slight confusion of, like, we could be doing quite a few things on the map, like figuring out our push to talk button, which is like what I've been doing so far.
Yeah, there is that. So I'm kind of thinking putting out the fire at the storage 1, which is actually going to give us warehouse access. And what we could do with that, we need to be able to get water from one of these towers. So I think there's only one that we've opened up so far. Yeah, I'm gonna bring out the firefighting truck. Oh, that's right. We did do that. That was our last great escapade. Also, push to talk. Not sure. Well, I thought cats were never supposed to listen. I got you there. Also, I believe you've already forgotten the push to talk button. No. He's not hitting his push. He's using his push to talk button, but not actually using his push to talk button. All right. Let's solve this problem. Let's point. He's figuring it out. He's figuring it out. Not a problem, good sir. I am here to assist.
Oh,
right,
okay,
so-
I figured it out. All right, I can hold down the right thumbstick now to talk.
Wait, no way. Really?
Yeah, Discord had a function to add another keybind through another function in there.
Okay, that's straight up genius.
So now I have two.
So I don't think I can do that because I'm using the capture card, and I would have to.
It works while I'm playing as well.
It's awesome. Oh, you genius human being, you. Oh. Okay, unfortunately, the water carrier add-on for the new dairy does not allow you to haul around a water carrier trailer. All right. Norwich, how you doing, dude? The Snoop Dogg concert Tuesday was a letdown. Obi Trice and Exhibit weren't there. The support was rubbish. D11 were amazing. And although Snoop was 20 minutes late coming on stage, he was awesome. No kidding. Might need to follow with a water truck. Yeah, you're probably right. I should realistically get a second truck so that I can actually kind of have a decent amount of water. Actually, there's a water boom right here. So what does this need? Water boom 4 is packaged.
So Storm, I don't know why I'm bringing the water tanker with me, but it might come in handy.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The we're gonna need a lot of water because every location needs 4,400 liters of water. And actually, there is. Let's see, I could repair water tower or water boom number 4 with some stuff. Oh. Small pipes. Small pipes. All right, I see how we're going to have to do this. So I need to pull small pipes from 2 different warehouses, and then I need to grab the sand from a 3rd warehouse. There's going to be a lot of running around here. Norwich, doing all right. It's unfortunate that you didn't have exactly the best concert going experience, but the fact that that Snoop was awesome, I'm glad. So did you overall enjoy your concert? That's kind of key right there. How do we want it? Loader, what's going on, dude? Norwich, thank you. Let's
So Storm, can you hear me when I press this button?
Yes, I can hear you exactly when you press that button. Awesome. That's good to hear though. I'm really happy that you did enjoy that though. The last concert I went to was Mr. Enigma with the Predator laugh. A Killer's Confession and Raw. And Raw was fantastic. It was their 20th anniversary. And that was actually really kind of neat. That was like really, really good. Just finished one of the endings on Green Hell. Unfortunately, it was the bad ending. That's a bummer. I you know what? I think Sergeant Rusty was playing. What was he playing?
Okay, so Storm.
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
I got the metal rolls.
Norwich, thank you, dude. I appreciate that. So if you get the metal rolls, I'm going to grab 2 units of packaged sand, and then I'm going to need to go back and get a longer truck or a larger trailer to get the 2 units of small pipes. Then we can build water boom number 4, and it'll allow us to distribute the water to all of those different warehouses that are basically right there in that location. Thank you, Norwich. How's everything going with you today? I'm just kind of it's been a very long week. We'll put it that way. It has been a very long week, and it's only Thursday. But we've got some Forza tomorrow. The Rally DLC for Forza just released yesterday. And it is awesome DLC so far. It is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Playing it right now, enjoying it. I really like a lot of the tracks. The tracks themselves, you can definitely see where like the rally timed event kind of comes in. The only thing is, Loader, you're going to have to do, just like the base game itself, to start unlocking stuff, you're actually going to have to play the little prologue mission that they have. Just watching YouTube and TV. Awesome. Oh, and you know what? Norwich, I meant to tell you that I did, in fact, finish Willow. So we have to go all the way over there. Which we can do. Yeah. We can do this one. Do you have to buy it right now on Disney Plus? I did see that one in the theaters, and I'm probably gonna try to go see John Wick or maybe Shazam, or even the new Dungeons and Dragons this weekend. There's a lot of options out there. Oh, are you at any point going to go see the new Dungeons and Dragons movie? Oh, I thought it was going to be on Disney Plus. Or is the push to talk malfunctioning again?
It's working now.
No.
It was taking a
There
moment,
it goes.
seems. So I flipped over again.
Oh, you did you? I am headed in that direction with some packaged sand, and I shall assist. Oh, or are you in the water there?
No, that's the Pace Star.
Ah, okay. Where did you exactly flip over.
So you're close by. I see you there. Yes. Come save me, please. If
On
you
my
can.
way.
Thank you.
I liked Willow. It wasn't a very... I felt kind of conflicted about it at certain points because I wanted to like it more, and it felt like a generic adventure story with Willow kind of shoehorned into the entire situation. So I don't know. It really kind of like I wanted to like it more than I did. Ooh, okay. And it's not to say that it wasn't a good adventure, but you also have to remember, too, that Willow, in and of itself, didn't exactly do that great at the box office. Oh, crap. Initially, in its first outing, like Willow never really did solid box office numbers. It became more of a cult classic after the fact. But it had some fantastic world building. It had some great characters. It was good stuff. It was really good stuff. Now let us try to... Alright, so that's one. But, like, I wanted
Storm,
to, like...
do you have a crane?
Yes, I do, as a matter of fact.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. I dropped my rolls.
What kind of rolls? Jelly rolls? Cinnamon rolls?
These were cinnamon toast crunch rolls.
That would be magical. Felt the same, but didn't you think there was going to be...
You know what? I completely understand, Loader.
They announced a second season, which is what the unusual thing about it is. But then there was... So it said that it was... It said it was canceled, that the second season wasn't happening. But then they went ahead and said that no, that was a little bit jumping the gun, that there actually is a second season. And I'm not really sure anymore what the story is, to be perfectly honest.
Do I help?
I just have to grab the second one, and then you're good to go. I was just about to put it on the bed of your pickup truck. All right, you should be good to go.
So Storm,
ready to
have
pack
we
the
figured
cargo.
out what the water tanks are for and how they work? Because I couldn't pick up water with them just now.
Are you using metric or imperial? So are you measuring in gallons or liters?
And for this mission, we need consumables. I'm not sure where to get those.
That is a good question. But is your measurement in gallons or liters? Because there's actually a glitch in the game that you can't pick up water from the towers unless you're using the metric system. Right, so I have to deliver these up here. So we're just going to kind of loop around through here, and then we'll just kind of loop. Or we could. Nah, we'll go across here. We'll go across here. A lot of them, I didn't like how it ended. I didn't like the weird cliffhanger and how they. And I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I kind of feel like they did that one character dirty. I was really enjoying that particular character at the very end, and I don't think they really kind of did that character well with how they wrote how it all wrapped up. And I mean, I understand that they're going from the viewpoint of doing a second season, and that's all there for a second season. Going to Comic-Con Birmingham in November, and I'm going to try going to a vaping. Who's going to be at the Comic-Con? Like, who do they have announced for special guests and stuff like that? Because there's a good chance that if if it's some of the people that I know, because you know it's funny too, through this entire like weird streaming adventure and having a larger digital footprint that I did more than a handful of years ago, I've met some really great people, and Loader can attest to this as well. We all got to know Gigi Edgley of Farscape. So if Gigi Edgley from Farscape ends up over in your neck of the woods, you absolutely have to pay her a visit because she's probably one of the most, hands down, nicest people that you have an opportunity to meet. She's just wonderful. Hasn't been announced yet, I know. Okay. Loader, 100%, man. 100%. I really hope that she does go back to... What? Mad Max, what is going on, dude? I hope you're doing all right. Mad Max, are you a Forza fan? Do you like Forza? I don't know if we talked about that. But yeah, Gigi Edgley, outside of Farscape, she's kind of dabbled in some various other media and stuff. You don't have Forza? Dude, I'm telling you, the new Rally DLC for Forza is some of the most fun racing I've ever had. And I only went through a handful of races last night, and it was wonderful. And dude, thank you so very much for the cheer and the bits there. Is that with zombies? It's with dirt. It's with dirt, and it was pavement. Yeah, she did a bunch of different things, and she actually did some of the. She went with some of the voice work for the what's his name? Justin Roiland did that video game, which I can never remember the name of. I can never remember the name of that. But it's the one with all the talking guns and stuff like that. She actually did voice work for that, which is actually really kind of cool. The weed one, Mad Max, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. It was very much up in the air as to whether or not I was going to fire the stream up, because my stomach just started not agreeing with me. A movie in Australia. Which movie was it? I can't even remember the name of it. Next day I'm working is 13th of April. So you've got like all kinds of time off. Next day I'm working is tomorrow, and then I get the weekend off. And just as I was saying, I'm probably gonna go try to see some movies this weekend. She played the mother. Okay. I really hope that she does get back on Twitch and that she does streaming again, because I really miss just the goofy banter, the hanging out, music on Tuesdays with Jake, her brother. The whole concept of their Wonderland tour was really neat. That was really, really, really neat. Gigi Edgley. Let me spell it out here for you. Or, or as she says sometimes, Gigi Edgley. But she played Chiana. If you are familiar with anything having to do with Jim Henson and all of their really cool stuff, they did a show called Farscape on the Sci-Fi Channel that was 24 years ago. And actually, oddly enough, or 23 or 24 years ago. And on their 20th anniversary, Brian Henson actually answered fan-related questions about Farscape. Company I work for take Easter from tomorrow afternoon to the 11th of April. Oh, dude, that's cool. But I work on Mondays and Thursdays, so you're just totally rocking it there. That's actually pretty awesome. How are you making out, good sir? Mostly, I haven't heard you in a bit. I'm just checking in. Yeah, it was a great Norwich. That show was so good. So good. And the fact that it had mostly practical effects, that's what made it special. That every single one of those characters, even though they may have been a puppet, they were filled with life. Oh yeah, rescue special ops, which that's on ooh crap, what is it? It may be on Amazon. And then there was Tricky Business, and that's with Anthony Starr, who also went on to do The Boys as Homelander. All right, so we're gonna do that, and now I think we're gonna have to.
So Storm, since we're still learning the push-to-talk system,
Yes.
When I push to talk, you can't answer me right away.
Wait, I can't answer you, or how do we do this?
So because of the push-to-talk system, I flipped over. I might need to choose a different button.
Oh, okay. He talked and flipped. Oh my goodness, that's you know what? if you need to go not push to talk, that's totally cool, dude. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what to say. But yeah, Farscape was one of those shows, and I think, what was that, 99? Was it 99 that Farscape came out, or was it 97? Something like that. Actually, what truck did I want to use? I don't even know what truck I wanted to use. Let's use this truck. Low saddle. Perfect. VT Outlaw, how are you doing, my friend? What's going on? All right, so we're going to go and we're going to get trailer. We're going to get a 5-slot semi-trailer with the sideboard. Okay, we're going to get this trailer, right? Now we're going to go to the 2 different warehouses, and we're going to get 2 units of small pipes. So we go to the one that's right outside the roundabout, and then the one that's right across from the bridge. Truck that eats fuel faster than a Tom Fuel dragster. You're not wrong, but I love this truck though. This thing is hands down one of my absolute favorite trucks of all time. Are you in need of assistance, good sir? I don't think I'm going after consumables loader. I think that might be Space Viking. Also, I don't know if the push to talk can be set up as a toggle or not. But that's okay. Woo, boy. Jackknife in the trailer all over. I missed my opportunity to get the Navistar. Oh, really? Why? What happened? It's at the place by the roundabout in front of you. What's at the place by the roundabout in front of me? I don't think... I think you can actually get the Navistar. Oh, dude, Fubar, hell yeah. Where you make the consumables? Oh, I have no idea. I'm not going after consumables. I'm getting small pipes so that I can open up the water tower, so then that'll give us access to the warehouse, or warehouse ends. We'll see how that goes. Was Epic the only place? I think you can still buy this truck though. What needed small planks or planks and kill zombies? You're all about the zombie kill. I'm gonna because I have time over the weekend and I don't work. I don't want to get SnowRunner through Steam since I spent over 2 years playing it. That is entirely valid. I would not ever argue that. He was working on it last Thursday. Have you ever heard of an 80s band called Duran Duran? We're still going now. I'm probably going to see them. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They were a huge 80s band. They're still actually kind of huge anyway. Oops. Broke some stuff. Actually, that really did put a dent in my suspension. So that's kind of a good thing. You can get every DLC except the Navistar. So for me, originally what I did for the Navistar was pre-ordered through Best Buy. Yes, Rio. Exactly, yep. All right, so that's small pipes right there. Her name is Rio, and she dances on the sands. I thought for some, I didn't think it was for everything. I thought the Navistar you could actually purchase.
Storm, is your push-to-talk not working, or are you in the middle of telling your people something?
I was explaining something, but I had not heard from you. I was wondering if you needed assistance. Is my push-to-talk working?
He be yapping. The storm of iron be yapping.
Well, yeah, I was yapping, but I was obtaining some pipes, and then Loader was trying to convince me that I needed some lumber.
So, Loader's the one in here being like, yeah, he's yapping.
Of course. Oh, okay, so check this out. This is kind of cool. All right, so I've got my controller in my hand, and then I take my... okay,
yeah, apparently
actually,
the consumables takes lumber to make.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. So the interesting thing, too, is I'm holding my controller, and then I'm actually leaning over to my keyboard and pushing my push-to-talk button with my pinky finger. I got skills.
I'd buy that for
I
$1.
am! My pinky! It's with my pinky. Apparently, they don't buy the fact that I'm pushing the push-to-talk with my pinky. I have kill to talk? Dead sniper. Alright, dude. You have to get a pedal. Oh, that's a genius idea! All right, Space Viking, we were just given a big brain moment right here. Would you like to hear it? I still can't hear you. Tana Wolf, lurk away, my friend. I'm thinking your push-to-talk may be malfunctioning.
Is mine?
Okay, there we go. Now I can hear you. All right, so we were just informed that we need some kind of pedal to activate push-to-talk. So is there any way to get a USB pedal?
There are USB pedals.
That's a genius. That's like big brain move right there. I think that's genius. Oh, Norwich, it's 100% healed. It healed really, really, really quick. Like within,
Well, it's proving to be a little complicated this time, Storm. So do you mind? Let's just shut it off.
we can definitely do that. We can most assuredly
it's not
do
like
that.
Hearing the stream was ever really an issue. I just wanted to see how it would feel, and it seems to be just like communicate as well.
All right. I mean, I can certainly leave it on because I can, because as Loader said, I be yapping. You have the quad set on order, rag pedal, but Norwich, yeah, it healed up really, really, really good. Like I am surprised at how quick. Probably 4 to 5 days, it was like fully healed. All right, what picture is Jay Stu sending me? Oh, he's in a car wash. Okay. All right. My brother is sending me pictures from inside of his vehicle that he is running through a car wash. All right. So let's go get this last order of small pipes. When I got my elbow done, it healed fast too, but it faded really quick. I am surprised at how quickly.
I switched it back to voice activity.
I can hear you loud and clear, my friend. Oh, dude, Fubar, that's a great idea. That's a really, really great idea. But yeah, I got it done on, when did I get it done? On Wednesday? It might have been Wednesday or Thursday, and by Saturday, by the weekend, it was already peeling, itching, everything else. It was just
winch working. That's very
making
strange.
a mess.
Crane mode, winch control, attach, detach.
All right.
Very strange.
Which way do I gotta go? Gaming chair with an armrest with a button on top.
So move the anchor.
So like
over
cartoon
there.
movie villain where they press it and a hole in the floor appears. Entirely possible as well. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. Like in Austin Powers. So for the sharks with laser beams is what you're saying. All right, let's not jackknife the trailer.
Something very strange happening here.
What occurred? Sweeney Todd? You know, I never knew what to expect. I went into the movie for Sweeney Todd with Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter, and I gotta say, I don't dislike that movie, but I also don't. It's not exactly up there in my top 10. It's definitely not my top 10. Oh, Ramar, how are you, my friend? What is going on? We're hauling pipes. Like a 5 out of 10. Yeah. And it's not even because it was a musical. It was
Oh
just
my
a
God,
very.
this truck is alive. It can flip itself over.
Which truck?
I didn't realize it was still started.
Were you using a scout vehicle, or what kind of vehicle were you? Helen Bottom Carter? I mean, she's a very accomplished actress. Like, she winds up in the circles of a lot of great other actors, but I personally feel that she really stands on her own in terms of her acting ability and the projects that she's taken on, you know? Let me just double check here because I know my mic... Okay, no, that's fine. Planet of the Apes was amazing. You know, I don't think I've ever seen all of Planet of the Apes, but there's been so many versions of that. And Tanu Wolf, how are you doing this evening? What's good? No, don't yawn. Don't yawn. Don't yawn. Don't yawn. I don't want to yawn. Yeah, so we have our various commands right there. And then we've also got the link to the stream avatars commands as well. Which if you so desire to change
cargo,
how your stream avatar looks, I believe that gives you little options and on how to do things.
So I think this truck that's crashed over here is actually a mission.
I believe you may be correct on that one.
Oh, I am.
Speaking of trucks, you get the F-150 Lightning. Get it up to S1. Say it's a good off-roader in the same range as my F-100 or my 32
Let's
coupe.
do it.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, tapping the accelerator to chat, that'd be handy. Storm, can you hear me now?
I can now hear you, yes.
That I'm missing.
No, it sounds like you're coming through loud and clear, my friend. So we're making progress. Making progress. Can you not hear me, or because I can hear you. You may not be able to hear me. The speed is bad at S1, only 120. That would effectively mean my S1 class Lamborghini Countach would just blow its doors off. Going to be replaying Green Hell on a higher difficulty in stream tomorrow morning. All right. I will see where I'm at tomorrow morning, Loader, because work is always a pain. So.
All right, I'm back.
Ah, there you are.
I'm back in the Discord.
And can you hear me loud and clear? Is my audio not transmitting properly?
It wasn't before.
Now it is. It's kind of cleaned itself up.
Yeah, are you did you take off push to talk?
I'm still using push to talk, and my icon still lights up and everything when I hit the push to talk button.
Yes. Mine just was having issues and it was too distracting, so I turned mine off.
Probably for the best. It's all good. Oh, Tano Wolf, you played that too? That's cool. That's very cool. I just haven't,
the dually tires makes us so much more stable.
Other than Valheim, I'm not like a really huge survival game kind of person. Yeah, anytime you use the dually tires, it's going to make a huge difference. Going. I am going the right direction, which is this way. We've already almost used like 2/3 of our fuel supply just hauling this one trailer of metal pipes. So, yay us. But I like this truck. I don't even care how much fuel we slug through. It's very unforgiving. DJ Trailway, what is going on? How are you doing? What's new, my friend?
I like how that's just a graffiti truck. Like it just says the word truck. Like I forgot. I definitely forgot what this vehicle was.
Doesn't all vehicles are graffiti?
To remind me.
You've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar Champions trading card game on open still in the box. When did that come out? Age of Sigmar was kind of a thing that came out a while ago, right? The apple cider donuts were a hit. I'll be making those more often. JK Gamer, awesome. Did you happen to grab any pictures of them? How they actually ended up turning out? But DJ Trailway, how are you doing? What's new?
Oh no, that's
How is everything with you?
Holy shit. Going to high gear just to blast through that. Holy
If you
crap,
eat something
that's
wrong, you get parasites or
so
poison
deep.
leeches
Okay, come on. Oh,
from
it's
just
on.
walking around. Oh my god. I don't know how I feel about a game like that. You know, just hook me up with Valheim, where I have to look out at night for weird little critters that come out and try to murder me. Otherwise, I can chop down lumber to my heart's content and build mansions made of many, many trees and logs.
Power coming through.
I like Valheim. Valheim actually just was released on the 17th, I think, for the place, not the place, the Xbox. So Xbox finally has access to
Metal rolls unloaded. I'm gonna work on the consumables.
Valheim. I want to see what this warehouse is actually going to give us access to when we finally open it. JK Gamer at JK Gamer. Oh man. At least they have 2 new cars for Asphalt Legends 9. Aston Martin Valkyrie and a Lotus Era. Dude, I saw it was a matte black Aston Martin, and it was incredible looking. And it was out just in a regular little neighborhood, just driving around, somebody behind the wheel.
Sorry about the picnic table.
Don't know how long the trading card game has been out. I bought them from Zavvi Online. What's Zavvi Online? Is that like a collectible site?
Oh my goodness.
You're welcome.
Water boom 4.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
All right, now I'm going to bring a truck over. I'm going to fill it with water, and I'm going to start dousing all of these warehouses. All right. So I think the key is probably get this trailer kind of out of the way. Cover. And now let's jump into the dairy special, which is this little fella. And now we got to get fire department, putting out the fire at storage 1, start tracking this one. So our water is going to be right here at this location. I think? Or is it not? Water tower. Oh.
You need a 4 slot for the planks. Okay, I understand. Thank you, loader.
Why can we not get water from the water tower?
Dr. Shin, I can change my truck? You don't say. Yeah, I can
Yeah, but
change
that gave
whatever
us-
truck I want to be in. I can actually go back to the garage and spawn one.
Collectibles, clothing, 4K steelbooks, awesome.
I can
Very
spawn
cool.
all the trucks.
So apparently that didn't actually work for us. So apparently we're going to have to go to here. So that, yeah, that didn't,
I'm just gonna go park this truck at the water tower.
So apparently repairing this water tower that we just built, it isn't something that allows us to actually get water
Just
from
so
it.
it's ready.
Oh, that's one right there though. Okay, so we can go back and forth with that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go over. Oh, wait. And there's another one right there. So how come we can't get access to this water tower that's right here? Ugh. That's all right. We're going to jump in this thing. We're going to see what we can do. Let's make some magic happen. And by magic, I mean putting out some fires. Although this thing has absurd amount of lighting around it.
Oh, I forgot about the Freightliner. It's just hanging out.
Which Freightliner? That was the 114 SD, correct? Thought I hit a roadblock in a challenge where I needed to do 12 barrel rolls, but only managed 10 or 11.
The old-timey Zix that I have out back over here.
Hey man, that 6 is cool stuff, though. That Zix is actually very potent when you actually start doing stuff with it.
I think I'm going to recover it and do a few upgrades and see what it has.
Probably not a bad idea because it definitely has other things that you can do to it. It's the Valhalla Con. Oh, that is a cool car. That's a cool car. Very, very cool car. Also, I don't remember how much water we can carry in this thing because I don't think it told us. So let's go get some water. Let's go get some water. There's a couple of really cool Aston Martin vehicles in Forza.
IMZ 6370. Expensive.
Always the biggest engine. Also, I've noticed that the upgrade part on the river embankment is back again.
Oh my god, with those tires? That's awesome.
Norwich, thank you very much, my friend. It is greatly appreciated and very awesome of you. Thank you. Which tires were you putting on? Anything special for tires?
I got those bubble tires. Look really cool on it, actually.
Yeah, they do.
Oh hey.
That thing's actually pretty cool, and it's got some neat options.
What can you put on a small sideboard bed? Wait, you put a little crane on this? This truck's small,
yes,
though.
You can.
Yes,
yes, you can.
What? A fire tank. That's cool.
Yeah, you can do that. You can actually put the small crane on even the International Lodestar, the 1700.
Oh, that's cool.
But because you have the Year 1 pass in Lake Cove, there's a couple of trucks that we can go after that would really be awesome for you. All right, let's go fill up. Oop. Ow! Oh, I popped a tire. I've already popped a tire.
You popped a tire?
Totally popped a tire.
A searchlight. Yes. Yes. Why not?
You did a lot of suspension damage.
Like, we need the little the flappy cap exhaust.
Always
make
the
it
flappy
yellow?
cap.
I like the yellow. Oh my god, it's got the two-tone colors too. What?
Mad Max, thank you.
It's beautiful.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go down here. I do really appreciate that, my friend. Let's see. Let's go get some water. We'll get some water over here is what we're gonna do.
Put the little dog bobblehead in
All right. So for future reference, the fire tank on the new dairy holds 2,200 liters of water.
there. I don't know if that's even a lot.
I'm not entirely sure, to be perfectly honest. That means it's 6 trips to get all of these warehouses. Norwich! My dude, thank you very much. What's this warehouse? Basically straight across here. Man.
Maple syrup.
Wait, we're using maple syrup to put out fires?
There's a maple syrup sticker.
It wouldn't surprise me if we actually did use maple syrup to extinguish all of the fires in the particular section. Be in Canada and all.
I got to do a maple syrup logo once that I actually really fell in love with. And then they ended up not even using it.
Oh my god, no way.
And that happens. It's not like no hard feelings.
Your newest one for the band poster? Oh, dude, that is awesome. That is so cool. I like all the colors in it and everything.
Came out so good. So
Yeah, for real. That actually came out really, really, really good. So, side note, you know how I had won the art off of your stream that one time?
yeah.
So I'm part of a
No,
Patreon for. Are you familiar with the artist Two Things?
No.
So there's a particular artist. His name, or he goes by Two Things. So he takes two pieces of either people or pop culture or ideas or concepts, and he makes a piece of a painting out of them together.
Oh, that's cool. There's so
I-
much potential there.
Oh, there is. I have a print of his Lemmy from Motorhead riding a sandworm from Dune.
That's amazing.
One of my absolute favorites is the Macho Man riding Falcor.
Randy Savage?
Correct.
Oh my god. That's amazing. I'm just gonna park this
It's
here 'cause
brilliant.
I don't have a use for it yet. But look at the, I don't know if you can see my screen, but there's the maple syrup cargo symbol.
I've got a commercial break that's counting. I've got a commercial break that's counting down on me, unfortunately.
Okay.
It's like every time I look away from your stream, I'm always looking back towards a Oh, there you are. You're back now.
Oh no, my controller.
Oh, I do see it. Right. Oh, that's right. This also has a. I forgot that this had the adjustable suspension as well. All right. This is going to be a lot of water hauling. I wonder if we can set up a truck that's actually going to use a trailer to haul water and actually have like a tanker body on it as well. I'm not sure. Take your time, my friend. Take your time. All right. I was thinking I was going to do something actually like kind of cool or good for food after work today.
Do that.
Making some
I
buffalo.
actually have buffalo chicken waiting for me for after stream.
Okay, now I'm jealous. In the air fryer.
Alright, so there's
Should we
a
be able to-
Caterpillar that shouldn't even be there.
Yeah,
There's
only
a
if.
Lodestar over there, which is carrying a little fuel trailer for us. With the Paystar in the water. I'm just gonna get the Paystar out of the water. I don't know why I still have it in there.
So it's not just like
It's,
forlorn and just kind of sitting there and
it should
being.
cost me like the full cost to recover because it's been in here so long.
It's
Full cost
dredging the
of
bottom
truck.
of the river.
Yeah, there she is.
13 minutes at
We're actually
400
leaving
came
the
out so
garage
good.
next. She's a good truck.
That sounds awesome,
Oh, wait,
Loader.
nope.
That sounds so good.
To go back into the garage.
There's a pizza place near where I work, and they
I need
do
to set this up to carry the
really good
long
chicken
planks,
tenders.
which is a 4-slot.
Yes, long planks are a 4-slot cargo piece of thing. I love chicken tenders. It's a regional thing as to what they're called. For us, they're chicken fingers. Space Viking, I have a very important question for you.
Okay.
Are they called chicken tenders or chicken fingers?
The original scientific reason for them being called chicken tenders is because it's the most tender part of the chicken. It's like a side of the breast that is split and cut specifically to be a tender. A chicken finger came from, I think, the South started calling them that because they look like fingers. So it really depends on if you want to be technical or if you want to be emotional.
Or perhaps like a regional thing?
Yeah.
They're always chicken fingers in my heart.
Sometimes I just like go full goblin mode and just call them tendies.
That is entirely acceptable, my friend.
I want my chicken tendies.
Or you could always do dino nuggies.
It's a 5-slot? It looks shorter. That's interesting.
The flatbed semi-trailers or the sideboard semi-trailers are 5-slot.
Yeah, that looks like a 4 though. That's interesting. It just looks shorter than the other one.
Alright, so we got water. We have one load of water.
I do.
And
You want a perch? Is that what this is?
then I'm thinking we're probably going to have to...
No, don't scratch me. Just... You need to stop freaking out when this happens, Inky. I swear. Like, you know the procedure. You just go on my shoulder and you chill out. Why do you freak out every time? It's like it's a brand new thing that she's never done before.
Well, it potentially is. Have about 10 of
I'm gonna
those
force her to do it. Here we
glass
go.
dipping sauce bowls to hold sauces and condiments. So this is absolutely what you need to do. You need to have like all manner of dipping sauces and then just a pile of chicken tenders, and then that
Cat's
way
gonna be a cat.
you can have like just a
Inky.
whole kind of
Oh, She doesn't like when I play with her
Instead
that
of
way.
a charcuterie board,
What's this
you have
trailer?
a
Oh
chicken
my god,
tender
this huge
board.
heavy duty low boy. That's only a 3 slot, but it's so big.
It's true. That was an early
What-
trailer before we got the big trailers and the expansions.
That looks really cool though. I just don't know of a use. Oh, and that's an 8 slot trailer. That's ridiculous.
8 slot became interesting.
That one we'll have to do. I accidentally put too much buffalo chicken sauce in my buffalo chicken dip that I made. So I'm running into the problem of it's like kind of watery
Salad.
and like not as thick as it should be.
So
So what I did was
Buffalo's, is it supposed to be thick in consistency, or is it supposed to be like a
Well,
dipping sauce, or like a
it's more of
marinating sauce?
It's more of a like a really thick, because it's supposed to have a lot of cream cheese, and I didn't use as much cream cheese as you're supposed to, which is why it came out a little more watery.
I gotcha.
So it's supposed to be like a thick chip dip. So
Say-
I'm gonna
say
try
that
to
5 times
build the
fast.
consumables. Buff chick dip. Thick chip dip.
Oh, that's the best. Loader's saying that's like a barbecue sauce.
Yeah, right now it's like I made it into like a barbecue sauce, which is what
See if we
I'm
can
gonna end up
use-
having to do is use it as like a nacho topping. I'll just like make a plate of nachos.
Ooh, that sounds great. You know what? I
So-
really need to make an awesome just pile of nachos.
I need to make the consumables, which I need the long planks for, but the long planks are in the burned forest. So I have to go get those.
Oh, wait a minute.
Are they closer to this side?
There's the Azovs 73-210, this guy? Who have one without a crane? No, I don't. I just have this guy. Okay. All right. So
I don't know where I'm going. Go to the global map and take a look. We're in the burned forest. Where do we actually get anything here? So the water tower is where we're delivering things. but I
it's
need to
only
go to a place that has
1800.
the long planks,
So that's not going to work for
which
that.
is the sawmill. In theory. How do we see what things have?
The right
Oh, I had to
stick.
click it. Okay, so it does have the long planks.
What
My
else?
lore, there's my lore for Inky. Her character, not her character, her name
The
came
5600
from
twin
the
steer.
goddess, the Norse goddess of beauty, but also the Norse goddess of mischief. So there's like a beautiful mischief, which I thought was perfect for cats.
Entirely accurate.
So there's the goddess Inkri,
Ooh, that's a
which
good
I
call,
believe
Loader.
is the mischievous one, or no, it's more it's chaos. Sorry, it's beautiful chaos, because mischief is Loki.
the hell
Inkri
is
is the
this?
goddess of chaos, and then there's Kira, which is the Norse goddess of beauty. So I was like, and Kira, we'll do both. And Kira, that's all I have for lore for her. Other than that, she's kind of an asshole. But I guess that's
See.
the other lore for her. I only got 2 hours of sleep because of that cat, so I'm having like a.
This
I'm gonna
one.
build her a fort, and I'm gonna put a sign on it that says "Fort Asshole."
That's kind of a genius idea.
So the long planks are here. Am I sure that I need the long planks? I think I'm sure that I need them.
That's a fuel tank. All right, so this isn't
Also,
going to.
anyone who plays this game is welcome to join us. Just so you know.
We do.
To glory. I should have been plugging in my controller this whole time. This is running so much better.
Did that solve all your problems?
It solved my frame rate issue because sometimes my controller would not run as the game wouldn't run as good when I was using a controller, and I was like, I wonder why.
That's very bizarre.
That's
So what
probably
is your
'cause of
go-to
the
side
computer has
dish
to think
salad,
harder to
aka
do
macaroni
Bluetooth?
salad?
I don't know.
I like potato salad. Potato salad or like a regular
And my boss had a good
beans
idea, a
kind of
good
salad.
theory that I have my headset which is transmitting, and then it's trying to transmit to my controller at the same time, and then also has all of the equipment inside the computer that it has to communicate with. So it was having like a brain aneurysm of some kind.
That's a lot going on there, my friend.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how much. Oh, 3,700. Oh, okay. No, this is cool.
So how do you get water though? That's what I was trying to ask earlier when my push to talk wasn't working.
Oh, okay. How do you send a video on Discord? As I've got videos.
Like, what's the best way to get the water?
In the direct message,
He has a background.
if
We
you
can give her more
upload
of
it,
a
you can do it that
background.
way.
She came from the void, guys.
So
Just start there. That's a good lore point.
What?
To start from. She's a void cat. We found her in the vast distances between planets.
this ever so wonderful, delightful human being, Sergeant Rusty, right there, raiding on in. Hello, everyone. We're experiencing a raid over on this end of things with our ever awesome, ever intrepid adventurer, Sergeant Rusty.
My hula hoop isn't actually hula.
When did you get a hula hoop?
Sorry, my hula girl on the dashboard.
Oh.
Why you know hula girl? Do your job.
Let's see if I can type these things out.
Nope.
Because honestly, it's been this kind of day. Sergeant Rusty, I saw that you were out there. You were playing No Man's Sky. But you know what? Oddly enough, this right here is some SnowRunner.
Oh, shit.
That's how we met.
Ow.
But that is some skill. How is everything? How
Now I
was
got
No
wobbly
Man's
back
Sky?
wheels.
How was your day going? So
They
Norwich.
really gotta add a way to
I'm gonna let's see.
color trailers just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be able to choose the color of my trailer.
You want to have your trailers color coded to your vehicle.
Or to, like, you know, correspond.
Oops.
Inky is the black hole cat of mischief. I got a new
Alright.
black hole point redemption, guys, if you guys want to try it out. I think it should be working.
He's making a mess of things. It was a great day today, getting some work done in No Man's Sky and started building a mega base. I saw you walking through your base.
I thought you said I needed long ones. I was just trusting you, Loader.
That is no small feat that you have been engaging in there. That's wild.
Screw that
And
sign. We don't need that sign.
everything that you're building has been absolutely bonkers.
Shortcut to the factory. I'm trying to remember which ones I need. If I only needed med, I'm going to be a little upset because, like, I could have gotten a smaller attachment.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go get some water.
Factory and check that.
Started out
We
small,
don't
but
need
somehow got out of
roads.
control. I will have to show you one of these days my
Riverbed.
rather ridiculous
Hey, Star Commander.
like glass habit trail of it's just weird because it's all kinds of like glass tubes and glass domes. It's so cool. I love it. Norwich, so you remember the direct message that you had that I had sent you, the one that we were talking about tattoo stuff?
Oh shit.
You can send it through there if you like, or if you go to one of the music, say like the music channel. If you want to go to the music channel or the video channel that's in Twitch, you can upload all that stuff right there, and I will definitely take a look at it and check it out because honestly, it sounds like a fantastic time.
Oh yeah, I went across the bridge. Thank you, Loader. I would have just flown into the river, like, woo!
Actually, I could probably tow another one of these trucks around. I'm still gonna need a lot of water for doing all of this stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be great. But no, No Man's Sky. I was in No Man's Sky the other day, and I found another planet, and I think it was a new classification of planet. It wasn't a paradise planet, but it was like a jungle
Wow.
planet almost. I want to say. It's a lot of fun though. It's a lot of fun.
Might as well get fuel and go back there too. I'm just gonna use up the fuel to go check.
Were you ever a fan of No Man's Sky?
I'm a huge fan of No Man's Sky. I love it. I just have not touched it in a long time.
Yeah.
Because my file
Yeah.
was an OG file from the from release, right?
Oh.
So every DLC they added completely screwed up all of my bases, my world, all the texture packs they added, like the different animals and the different procedurally generated algorithms that they changed. Like things got messed up. Like there was one creature on one of my planets that turned into a monstrosity. that
I
beyond
just really, I want to explore the planets. I wish there was more topography and flora and fauna that you could really delve into, but I really like exploring.
Well, you can actually create all that yourself. One of the coolest things about that game is that you can name all of the fauna that you find, and as
Right.
you explore the world, the algorithms actually create weird patterns, like the grass will grow a certain way, or the certain fauna will have a weird shape on them. So you can come up with your own lore and actually write that down. So if someone else happens to find the planet that you found,
That's actually really cool.
there it is, consumables. So
I had the issue where
one metal
I
rolls
had the
and
pristine
one long
Walker
plank. Okay,
Walker
so I do need
brain
long planks.
glitch through.
Where do I get metal rolls if not here? Though?
The planet?
I feel like you can get metal rolls here, but I use them.
We can
Okay,
also
already-
potentially make metal rolls as well. I think we need to possibly
Yeah,
make some
we-
stuff.
So I need one more metal beam, and then one metal roll and one long plank. So I'm close by to the metal planks. I gotta get fuel though. So what are you carrying? Water?
This is potentially going to be some more. I just have to fill it up. So the body on the dairy holds 2,200 liters. This carrier, the semi-carrier, holds 3,700. So nothing really works out in good round numbers.
No, they love to make you do multiple trips.
Yeah, it's a true story. But you know what, Sergeant Rusty, thank you for popping on in and hanging out with us, dude. Thank you
Oh
for
my
the
God, I love
raid,
roundabouts so much.
bringing everybody with us, or with you over here.
What a brilliant traffic engineering.
What,
Yeah, it
roundabouts?
is yeah. I love roundabouts. I've been playing a lot of City Skylines to decompress lately.
I
Can you
need a really
decompress?
good city builder.
Have you played City Skylines? Oh, you're primarily console, so you probably
Hey,
haven't tried it yet.
I think there's a version on the Xbox.
There is, and I think it's just as versatile as the computer version. It's just the controls. Like, I'm getting fuel loader. That's
Alright.
that whole
I'm gonna-
all that messed me up for fuel, so I had to go get fuel again.
Let's gotta back out.
Look, I'm daft, not inept.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so let's jackknife the trailer, and then proceed to get ourselves
See, look.
into an interesting situation.
There's an example right there. Yeah, I can talk and flip. That doesn't mean I don't know where I'm going. I did forget about the river though.
It's a party like that. So basically, all I'm going to be doing is running this tanker kind of back and forth, getting water.
Okay. Hope you got a good podcast.
What is it? Rise and Grind, or the
My Rise and Mine
yeah.
podcast.
Rise and Mine. My bad.
That I still haven't heard back from the people that have that name already. I don't think they're even checking their email from their website. Like, I feel like I'm probably safe to use the name.
Oh, the Rise and Mine.
Yeah, there's a Rise and Mine podcast that had like two posts, and it was like last year was the last post. So I'm like, I'm still gonna message them and ask them before I just go ahead and create mine.
Valid. That's entirely valid. But
And
I mean,
I-
if
and I-
also they haven't kind of followed through with much of anything, it's sort of like, you know, a dead end, right?
Yeah, the website's a little lax too, so I feel like there was a couple doing it. So
Who
I'm
will
afraid that,
blame me?
you know, there might be a sad story
How are
there,
you?
but at the same time, they're not responding to me, so I'm going to go ahead and call my podcast Rise and Mine. And if
Here's
they
a
try to
thought.
cause trouble, I'm going to be like, I tried to contact you guys.
That's a valid point. But here's
Yeah.
a thought. Perhaps you can create some fiction around why they're not responding.
Oh. How so?
Bonjour. Did that work? Well, I mean, you touched
I'm not
upon.
sure I 100% follow.
Well, you touched upon a small minor point that, you know, it was done by a couple and you don't know what happened there. So potentially the husband came back from work. He had some chemical in a cooler that he wasn't really supposed to have from a secret government lab. And maybe their child fed what was in the cooler to their guinea pig. And the guinea pig mutated and perhaps ran wild. In a new game this week, Dragon Age
That's
Inquisition.
good. I like
I've
that.
never played
So
any
I
of
wasn't
those.
sure if that's what you were going for, but yeah, that makes sense now.
Total bait and switch, my friend.
Yeah.
You thought I was going in one direction. I totally wasn't going in that direction.
I think that might be a Simpsons episode. That sounds like a Treehouse of Horror.
Potentially. Very potentially.
Onward.
And upward.
Hello, dragons fly north. Well, we'd go upward
Dragon
if we were
Age
playing No Man's
Inquisition.
Sky.
Valid. We would
If you
look
do-
towards the horizon.
If one of these Thursdays you want to jump into that game, just for fun, I'm totally
That
with it.
that absolutely could be fun. Also, oops, I let go of the button. We do also have someone who wants me to play State of Decay 2. So
I also play that, so
I have that downloaded. I've never actually played it before,
Yeah.
so I would be very interested in giving it a go. Like all kinds of mired up in here.
it's great. It's really well done. It's a little repetitive. It's one of those games that it's not repetitive like this. Like this is repetitive in a good way. That one gets a little bit tedious. With like, oh, we're doing the same thing again.
Gotcha. Change
But
the
it's
snack to
still
a
really
buffalo
well
pieces
made.
sandwich with
Like, I'm not-
mayo
it's not
and
entirely
butter
a
lettuce.
against it.
A game can be repetitive, but if it has a good feedback loop, I kind of feel that that's a positive over a negative though.
Yeah, like the gameplay loop in it is pretty damn good. Where you're just like, okay, I get supplies. All right, these characters got hurt. Let's heal them. We got a character that needs to heal up really, like he's got broken bones. So
On a
he's just
marble
getting base,
ride.
So now we have to play a different character for our next run out. And every time you do a run, you get more supplies. You upgrade the base. You find out more about the zombies. I actually haven't gotten that far in it, so I don't know. Maybe my criticism that it's repetitive isn't well founded. Because
So
I
perhaps it
haven't
could
gotten
change
all the
at
way
some
in.
point in time.
Well, there's one thing I know that changes that I haven't done yet, and it's that the areas will change. Like there's like separate areas you unlock
Okay.
as you progress. and those areas would bring out different militias, different zombies, different challenges.
Bonjour, Vlad. Bonjour. That's about all I know. Like, if it were Spanish, I could kind of cover you. Hola, mi amigo, ¿cómo está?
We're just gonna go high gear through the mud.
But because it's French, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Ever since you and Loader taught me about high gear, I've been using it to get through these muddy areas.
Oh, it works good, doesn't it? Works really good.
Blast through. It burns gas like crazy though, so sometimes I wonder if I should just like go slowly through the mud and just deal with it. But there's the trade-off. Like, the longer it takes you to get through the mud, you also burn a good amount of gas.
Mountain Lion, how are you, my friend? Oh, yes, they have really made a great marble rye at Ann's Bakery up the street, and I had them slice it as sandwich slices. Okay. Someone, actually, you know what? Mountain Lion,
now that I have
multiple
the,
people.
frame rate limit taken
Multiple
off,
people
I'm
said.
seeing even more of the physics.
So it actually looks better with an even higher frame rate, like the water and the mud and everything.
Yeah, all the physics is operating at the higher frame rate as well.
Oui.
I didn't realize that the physics were frame rate related.
I was not aware of that, actually.
Long planks time.
Bonjour, mon ami.
Now I have room for one more thing on the back too. I don't know what I put there. If I could find, wait, I did need metal.
Vlad,
beams,
you
I
and me
needed metal
both.
rolls. Is there anywhere I can get metal rolls here? I have a crane.
You and me both, lad. A crane for metal rolls. Was there
remember
anybody
there
at the entrance?
I think someone picked them up.
I
'Cause
really
they're not
want to
there
build this. This
They're
gives
right
us
here.
access to a warehouse, and I really don't know what's at this warehouse.
There's the hay bales. Well, the warehouse might change everything. Where are you right
I am putting out the fire at Storage 1, is what they call it. So I'm going to have one of these locations.
now? Yeah, I don't think I can get. There's
picked
a
up the
warehouse right here I can check.
Loader says
haven't-
he picked up the ones that Nika left last week.
Okay, so I'm gonna check out this warehouse to see if they have it, because I have room for one metal roll on the back of the trailer. I might as well try.
Took 4
See
pain
if they're
pills,
there.
taking a muscle relaxer
Wait,
later
right,
because I got
my mouse
home and
is see if
hardcore
they're-
cleaned. So now my body hates me. My
Metal
knees,
rolls
lower
4.
back,
Heck,
prior
they are
injury,
there.
and right
Okay.
foot.
We're in business. Maybe.
Dare I ask
my
what you
fuel
did to
holds
your
up.
right foot?
I'm a little worried about the fuel thing. I do have
Alright,
my
I've got
fuel truck here, but it's
One
empty.
location. Got my
Can I just
chicken coop.
steal the fuel out of these tanks over by this shed? Would the proprietor of the sawmill be upset with me if I just
Hey man,
went
if something's
yoink?
got fuel, go for it.
Look, I'm saving. No, what I mean is like there isn't actually fuel in there, but I wish there was a gameplay mechanic
Injury in a fight in my past.
of like I'm just
Working
gonna
security.
yoink this fuel, and then like
Gotcha.
later on down the road, it's like you were fined $50,000 for stealing fuel from Old Man Jenkins who runs the
Well,
sawmill.
see, here's the great thing though. This is the Rapture. Nobody's left around. We're just the only knuckleheads cruising around a barren hellscape. So basically, if it's there, it's ours. Ghost ownage. What's
Dibs.
going on?
You know, I don't know
pulled through
why I
armed
expected
security was
different, but these
roughed.
wooden planks are really heavy.
I'm gonna go up top there. Get my chicken
I should
coop
have
and
grabbed the
run.
metal rolls first.
completed
if
yesterday.
I had played this properly.
Ready for how many chickens, Mountain Lion? How many chickens? Good Lord.
The game has become more difficult too because the physics are operating at a much faster rate. So like my ninja
You're out
winching
walking your
has to
dog?
be faster.
I love this music. The music playing in the background right now, I just can't get enough of.
What is it?
Happy mod, love the best mod in this stream storm. What?
What, my
What are you
music
talking about?
or
The background music for the game itself, like the
Oh, I
weird
haven't
Ontario
actually-
vibes.
I actually haven't heard the music for this new DLC. Was it
Oh,
different for
so
each
worth
one?
it. Yeah, actually, they're similar, but different enough to be really effective to set a mood for um, that particular DLC. Happy mod love to the best
I'm gonna run
mod
out of
in
fuel
the
before I
stream.
can get back to the other map.
Happy mod love.
I don't know. I thought this would be fine.
Wait, who's a mod? Who's a mod in the stream?
Unfortunate.
It's Mod Love Day.
I'm somehow getting more. Oh, that's per minute. That's why.
Oh my
Alright,
God,
so I
I'm an
still have
idiot.
half a tank. I'm actually
I'm an
better than
idiot.
I thought I was.
Okay, so wait, I'm an idiot. So allow me to explain.
Don't be an idiot.
Vlad was talking about the fact that it's Mod Love Day, and he said happy Mod Love Day in the stream.
Yeah.
But I have no mods. And he said, happy mod love to the best mod in this stream, Storm. And I'm like, mods in the stream?
Your own mod.
Yeah, so he had to clarify that to me, that I am my own mod. And I totally missed it, and it went over my head like a 747, and I'm an idiot, and he's over here dying laughing now. Started with 8 hens,
God, I just
now they're
got
fully
glitched.
sold.
Holy shit, that tree almost...
Sarah's
glad the
becoming
game recognized
7
that
hens
it
and
was
1
glitching
rooster.
and didn't like
Cool.
actually put that tree where it was falling.
Vlad, don't mind me. Yeah. Don't mind me.
Why are you having so much trouble?
Medicating.
So high gear can be used to go up hills too?
As long as the truck has the torque to pull it, it'll crank right along.
So when it stalls, is that because there's not enough weight or
That's because there's not enough
resistance? Oh. I'm very confused. Sometimes when I'm on solid ground, it'll stall.
I wouldn't mind a Snickers. I would love a
From
Snickers.
the high gear, high range.
No problem, Ghost Ownage. Take your time. Take your time. You're gonna wait. Who are you giving a hug to?
See, that's where the physics affected me again. From it being different now. I think I'm almost to the warehouse though. I still have 23 gallons. I don't know. I might have to figure something out for getting out of here.
I'm going to hit this other location and drop off the remaining amount of water in the tanker truck.
Okay. So, can you look, when you do that, can you look for me and see where metal beams are?
Absolutely, I'll take a look.
Because we need one more metal beam.
Went to my own channel to check dashboard, and my own video your own video scared you? What are you talking about? Oh my god.
Alrighty, metal rolls. 20 gallons left.
Alright, so 37. Okay, so that should be that. Oh, your
yeah,
intro.
There's the metal rolls.
It was loud. I gotcha.
That's what I wanted.
Alright, so I'm finding metal beams for you.
Yeah, I just want to know where they are, because I might be able to plan it out, or if you have a way to grab them and bring them to the factory. 20 is not going to be enough for me to bring this all the way back. So I might as well park this and then come refuel it.
There's currently 2 metal beams at the plant, which is right off the rotary in the Albany River map. And Loader says they're all right beside the factory. He is going to. Gonna move this over.
So it's close to the, if I'm understanding correctly, it's close to the garage where you start?
Check food chat. All right, I'll check it.
Just
Um,
need one of
so
those.
it's the rotary with the giant fire axe. It's the little
Yes.
factory that's right beside there. It's got 2 metal beams located there.
Oh no, those are the ones we need to create the consumable though. So we need to add a metal beam
Oh,
there.
I didn't realize that.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified because for a second there I thought, oh man, that's really close. I'm just gonna empty the taiga into this other truck up here.
Vlad's got me checking food picture. Oh my god, what have you
Vlad,
done?
why? Vlad, don't. Vlad, if you're gonna do that, you gotta give me those food pictures too. Or are they in your Discord?
It's in the food channel of the Discord. Holy
Oh my
moly.
god,
Where
I'm not even
is
gonna look.
this, Vlad?
I have to
Oh.
make buffalo chicken nachos later, so I'm not gonna even look at that. Oh, I
You
probably
don't
should have
want
bought
to,
nacho chips on my way
there's
home.
chicken and there's cheese and there's some, I'm going to guess cayenne pepper sauce, red, what's the red flakes? Cayenne pepper? It looks like red dust. Vlad.
Why are you doing that to him, Vlad?
I know.
So rude.
All right. I'm up here, so I need to travel back down to the water tower. Because I don't have any water towers around
The
here.
taiga has a shit ton of torque.
Yes, it does. Yum
So
flakes.
there's certain trucks that really lend themselves to the high range. This one is like
Correct.
operating really well in high range. Whereas I've had others that stall almost immediately when they try to do it.
Exactly. It's all about momentum and the amount of torque that the engine puts out.
Ooh, I'm
What's bad there?
learning. I got so excited about the high range, I forgot
Mad
where I was
Max. Nope, those aren't bad.
going. Yeah,
I want.
it seems to be moving already to engage it. Okay, I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I get
Also, if you have pizza, would you put red pepper flakes on them?
Bacon chicken ranch with red pepper flakes is amazing.
That sounds fantastic. Depends.
I actually had Sal's Pizza near my girlfriend's house that said that they were like, "You want red pepper flakes?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, yes."
All right, this is awesome.
And I tried it. It was actually really good.
Oh, I have to tell you about the pizza that I had last Friday.
Oh, dude, yes.
So Domino's was running a particular promotion. If you ordered online and had it delivered, it was 50% off of the menu price of a pizza. And the the only thing is, their caveat is it was only an extra large pizza, which then makes it not available in a pan pizza or anything else like that. So it ended up being an extra large pizza, but instead of the tomato sauce, we went with what's that white sauce?
Alfredo
like-
sauce?
We went with Alfredo sauce for the sauce. Then we added feta cheese and sweet Italian sausage for toppings.
Ooh,
It was incredible.
sweet Italian sausage?
Yep, sweet Italian sausage to play off against the sauce of the pizza and the feta cheese in the pizza.
Oh, man.
It was a really
Sauce
gooey, drippy
boss.
pizza in an Italian restaurant. Then it's red flakes and
That sounds so
parm.
good.
It was phenomenal.
Something about the pizza formula
Yeah.
that creates such wonderful opportunities for flavor combinations. The idea of a bread with a sauce and the cheese and the toppings that just creates the like, oh my goodness, you can do this, you can do that, you can do so many different things. And then there's the sushi pizza that I sent you. It
Dude, that
was like,
sushi pizza was
what is this?
wild. That was just wild.
It's such a great idea.
The only thing I was kind of not super into was the edamame. That was kind of like on the rest of it. Everything else I was pretty okay with.
It was kind of a lot. It was a little bit unnecessary to add.
It was
the-
excessive, very excessive.
Yeah. You don't need all of
I love
that.
sushi. And yeah,
Sometimes the trailers help me balance, it seems.
certain trucks will do that for you. Like the
Another
Freightliner the Freightliner 916 actually does better loaded with cargo on the semi-trailer, and it
This one's
balances
doing better
it.
too. K-Star is doing better loaded up. Lost my momentum.
Vlad, you're my spirit animal.
Alright, now that you told me that, I'm utilizing my high range in much better ways. Awesome. Oh, muddy, bouncy road.
If
But now we're on the main road. Now it's
If-
smooth sailing all the way.
If I didn't have my stomach tattooed already with a giant face of a Norse god,
No
I
longer
would
need high
probably
range to get
have
through
just
on this road.
Vlad tattooed like a gangster, the gangster script, over the top of my gut. I think I've sent you the video. Oh crap!
Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Okay,
I almost dropped my controller.
good, good. Oh, I
Throwing
think that's a
signs and
fuel
eating
trailer,
pizza.
too.
It would just say
As I
Vlad
pass
across the
by.
top. Norwich, let's go check this out.
Water in the road.
Okay, it's probably in the process of uploading the video. Yeah, so when it processes and it uploads, I'll be able to. It'll come through, and if it doesn't, we'll make sure that it does. God Vladed. Oh, dude, you know what? That would make a great tattoo. Can't wait for it to get warmer. I have a few new
Bring me up the
recipes
hill.
made up for homemade ice cream. Loader, you made homemade ice cream too? Like one of those boardwalk t-shirts where they don't have the licenses to do the characters. Yes. You've got an electric ice cream maker. So what do you typically make for ice cream, Loader? Like what flavors do you usually come up with?
That's only a little bit heavy. It's just lifting my front end up enough to make my front wheels spin. That's all.
Physics, am I right?
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, Norwich, I'm gonna keep an eye out for that stuff because I definitely want to check out your videos and stuff, and just
Going this slow in high range is insane to me.
make sure that like it did show that it went through and that there wasn't like any errors or anything. But either way,
But
we'll
then
figure
again,
it out. We'll make it
it's
happen.
not really about speed.
It's about consistency.
Like if you want your engine to be more consistent.
Only thing that would make this game cooler would be to let you walk around and fish. You know, we've discussed that actually. We have discussed that. And actually, with the introduction of the Ontario
this game definitely helped
DLC,
me understand truckers a bit more too, which is invaluable when you're on the highway. And
because they're always ornery because they can't see you.
yeah,
I have my go-to that is strawberry with sliced strawberries added to it when it's just about done, so they don't get crushed. Oh,
almost
okay.
lost in little rolls.
Be rolling. When you add fruit, add the juice when making,
The
but add
biggest
the
thing
fruit
is
at the
it
end.
taught me about the momentum of a truck, and like if I'm trying to decide if I should pass a truck or not, it helps me with that. Like I'm not gonna pass that truck because they're going, you know, XYZ speed and
Momentum.
this many factors, and like I will become a pancake if I try to pass this truck.
Would you? They're like very thin pancakes.
Yes.
Poker with trucker friends. So I think you basically
We're
just
going to
described
Australia.
Grand Theft Auto Online. That way you get big chunks of fruit throughout the ice cream. That actually, I like that idea.
My buddy
I like
from
that
Maine
concept.
was upset with the main DLC because he didn't recognize
Red Dead Truckers.
anything when he played it.
Oh no,
It's
there
like
is
he
nothing recognizable about it. Nothing
He-
whatsoever.
Yeah. He wanted it to be. He wanted it to be like something that he could like point
Red
at
Dead
stuff and be like,
Truckers.
I've been there, you know?
Well,
But
there
this
is a
game doesn't
particular
do that.
house. There is a particular house with red balloons, so.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm so tired today too, guys. I'm not even paying attention to the clock. I don't even know what time it is. We're just going. We're just
The
having
plant
fun.
I go.
Oh,
We're gonna need
my
metal beams for
Lanta.
that plant. I wonder if there's some at this warehouse right here.
Let's see, gotta check something here. And here.
This whole time
Should let
I wasn't
friends
using
join as the
iron because I was
DOT.
on solid ground, thinking that that's how it works.
Oh my god. And
Like,
then
you
that
know,
would just
you
turn into
only
Cops
use
and
it if
Robbers,
you
lad.
need it for traction.
And that would basically degenerate into what we sort of do on Forza, where we just run away from everybody. It would be funny. I make a custard ice cream, milk ice cream, and then a standard ice cream. So how does it make it custard? It'll be like Breakpoint. Oh, when are we getting back to Breakpoint, lad? When are we getting? Webb has returned from his time away. I just saw you drive by.
Is that you coming up through that valley there?
You are correct, sir. It's cooked and has egg in it to make a custard ice cream. I had no idea. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Soon, but I'm hooked on Diablo. Is there another closed beta for Diablo this weekend, or how's that going? Oh, where's fuel?
Oh,
Fuel's right there, so that's
Ow.
not too bad.
oh, ow. God damn, I wonder.
So you're not going to be playing Diablo
repair.
over the weekend? Until 6/6/23?
No
Man.
repair points. Pretty messed up.
That's okay. You're near the garage, though. That's key.
Oh, that's true.
And it's right down the paved road, so you can dispatch a rescue truck. Ice milk ice cream has only a small amount of cream. You're talking
Oh,
like
see, I see. You need
you're
to
like an
drop
ice cream
off
wizard.
the cargo in the storehouse.
Ice cream is about 50/50 milk to cream. Okay.
There we go. We dropped it off. Then we go over here. Oh wait, I can make the consumables. I didn't need another metal beam. I have two, and I only needed one.
Buttermilk ice cream.
All right, so now I just gotta go take this trailer back.
You're making progress.
I made some progress.
Hooray! Progress!
Excited. I'm excited to learn that mechanic too, because like I didn't know about it before.
Well, yeah, that's that is the crafting mechanic that I believe was either
Not
in
your
I
trash
think
bin.
it's Wisconsin or Yukon. What Wisconsin or Yukon introduced the crafting mechanic first?
Yeah, Yukon. Or I don't know if it was first. It's the first one I saw it. And that's an interesting concept of like, hey, we need these supplies
Was
to
in
get the
yes.
thing that you need. So I don't know if that exists in real life. I don't know if they make truckers go like multiple trips. Like you go get this supply, and then you can take the supply that we build with it to the place.
That's a very good question. I think it's just like a 1-for-1 though.
Yeah.
They do. Favorite ice cream takes 2 bottles of Bailey's.
Did we ever get to repair this section of road? Whoa. Of road?
I think that's going to be a big no.
That's too bad.
There are certain landscape features in this that are ridiculous to have to work around. And it's like we go through, we clear rock slides, we rebuild bridges, we make infrastructure. But the most inane things, like giant gaping potholes where the road is eroded away, no, just keep driving around that through the entirety of your time in this map.
It's like, I'm carrying cement. Why can't I fill this pothole?
All right. Like 2 ships passing in the night.
Yes. And I'm not going to let the town sleep either.
As well you shouldn't. You ever live on a busy road? You ever have to deal with not just trucks, but rolling coal brodozers as they go tearing by?
Yeah.
Or
Brodozer!
Yeah, man, brodozers. Yes. Yep. Where they probably have significant daddy issues, and
oh shit.
Then you've also got like the Harley dudes who just have an issue with anything. They go ripping around a corner and they crack that thing wide open, and it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. It's like, dude, I realize that you want to get to McDonald's before they turn off the McFlurry machine. You want those M&Ms, but I gotta say, just chill out just a little bit.
So it's funny to me, and I have a dark sense of humor. So I'm sorry if this disturbs anybody.
I'm sorry, Vlad.
But when I was like 15, I did live on a busy road, an incredibly busy road, and it was about people would go 70 on this road. It was a 55, but people
Freedom
would go
to
70
McFlurry.
miles per hour, and I would often watch deer in my yard. And one day, a truck fully loaded with logs came around the corner going 70, and there was a bunch of deer in the road.
That's what
and
I thought,
he
Vlad.
could not stop, and he didn't even try. And it was just red mist.
Oh boy.
It was the craziest thing I've ever
fancy
witnessed when
Flugel.
it comes to
How are you
a
doing?
vehicle hitting something.
Dude, that's straight up bonkers. But no, you're right. I thought you were gonna go more with like the Pet Cemetery kind of angle with this particular story.
See,
I
that
wasn't sure
happened
where
too.
it was going.
That happened too, but it was not anywhere near as like awful as this. Like, we did lose 2 dogs and 2 cats to that road for that reason.
Oh wow.
But
Now we need
witnessing
popcorn.
those deer turn into paste was horrific. But what made it funny was that I didn't even know what I was seeing, because I'd never seen anything like that before.
I believe that's what they call core memories.
Yeah, I remember my dad looking outside going, "Oh God," because like he could see like there was a leg on the lawn, and I'm like, "Yeah, that was like 3 deer, and now there's no deer." And
That's some
I swear,
simple
if my
mathematics
dad
there.
wasn't so shocked, he would have said, "Oh dear."
So that would have been a little bit of algebra. So we've got 1 semi truck plus 3 deer equals red mist. Sephoris, how are you?
Well, can't forget the distance. No, what is it?
Is there a drag coefficient?
No, there's velocity times distance.
Oh,
Can't
now
remember
you're
what-
getting fancy with the math. That's
There's-
just.
There is a fancy math for speed, and I'm trying to
Sephoris,
remember,
how
but I
have
can't,
you
so-
been? What is going on, my friend? What's new? Anyone revving at a light is full of it. They don't need to do it. It's just wasting gas. Yes.
How big is the consumable?
Just saw the new D&D movie and got a D&D dice popcorn. Dude,
like a tiny
Flugel.
box. I thought it was like a box that I could even put on a scout. It'd be fun to bring those over there with a scout.
Fancy Flugel. If you have a picture of that that dice popcorn bucket receptacle thing, can you please take a picture and put it in the Discord? I would love to see that.
So I want to see if I can actually do that. I don't know if I can.
The derivative of deer is blood mist. Yeah, and
bring our maple syrup.
Fancy Flugel, without any spoilers, how was the movie? Because I really want to go see it.
Grandpa Dan going down to get the consumables to bring them over. This truck's just ancient.
You're looking at moving to Montana. Now, what changed from Montana
to I feel like it's
instead of Alaska?
But it's also I also find it funny because of the dark sense of humor, because the imagery from it is still like
it's
a little bit of laughter.
It's like it's a Polaroid picture frozen in time in the Rolodex of your mind with that one, my friend.
All I know is that they definitely did not suffer. Maybe for a split second when they saw it coming, but beyond that,
deer are really dumb animals. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, like, so you're a deer, right? Like, put yourself in their shoes. So you're a deer. So like 10 generations you lived in this forest. Your family went across that little clearing maybe 100,000 times while foraging for food, right? And then suddenly one day there's a black stone river going through that clearing that your family has used for 100 generations. You've never seen it before in your life. You don't know what it's for. You don't know where it came from. But you need to cross that clearing, and you've done it 1,000 times during your life.
See, there you go, introducing logic into all this.
Yeah. Like, I just love to put like sort of turn that on its head. Like, I think humans are the dumb creatures. Like, because there's a place in I think it might be Norway or Sweden. They created these. They measured where the animals were trying to cross the road, and they put natural crossings that go over the road with like trees and grass on them.
Oh, those I've seen. Those are cool. Those are really cool.
And that like cut down the amount of accidents involved with animals by like 70% or something like that. It was crazy.
So we're gonna go this way. We're totally gonna go this way. That's what we're gonna do.
I want to see if I can actually put consumables on this truck. I don't think
my mother took a job over by Seattle,
like
and my sister is business with her dad. Grandma is in Montana, so I'm moving closer to keep closer eye on her.
This truck wasn't supposed
You're 5'8".
to have these wheels.
Irishman watching over a 4'8" Cherokee woman. I know where I get my stubbornness from. All right. Well, they do have those in the U.S. loader. Whereabouts in the U?
Oh, I can do it. Oh my god, that's awesome.
I like the things that they made at dams so that spawning salmon can actually get back to where they're trying to get back to.
Right. So this actually let me use my little grandpa truck to do this.
Oh yeah, because you've got a 1-slot cargo bed, right?
Yep. And I have a little crane in case if I have an issue.
So you've got a multi-purpose grandpa's truck.
Yes.
Out west, they start putting them under roads.
Truck.
I was watching all of Metalocalypse on HBO Max, and I love when they have to play the acoustic instruments because they kept on referring to them as the grandpa's guitars.
The grandpa's guitars. Yep, I love that. So good.
Because they accidentally summoned a giant troll.
Oh, that episode's fantastic.
The music from that episode is phenomenal as well. Actually, the music from all of that stuff is great.
I can't remember his name. Brendan
got- yeah.
Smalls? Is that who did a lot of the music for it?
Correct.
He's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, and he does the live music at shows for the Death Clock shows. A movie called Rock. I don't think so. If Loader, if it's from like the 50s or 60s, chances are I probably haven't watched it. Who hasn't gotten it yet? The Aventador J is in Horizon. How do you get the Aventador J? So if you sell your soul to the devil to learn the blues, you also get a gift card to Hot Topic, right?
Oh.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you do. I like it how they pissed off the devil at the Crossroads Horizon series. Okay. We're gonna be playing Forza tomorrow. Forza is on the schedule for tomorrow.
Is that like normal for these bouncy?
Bouncy what? Bouncy tires?
These the bubble tires. Is it normal for them to make your truck bouncier?
They have a little bit more sidewall flex to them, I feel. It's from the 80s. It's a movie made around the time of heavy metal in that style. I don't think so, Loader. I don't think so. Rocket. No. Not off till 3:30.
What's that, Sonny?
We will be playing
can't hear you over my truck from the 1800s.
6 p.m. Eastern Standard. So you're gonna
put modern parts on.
Depending on when you get home by.
Wait, can I actually pull this trailer too?
We should be going till 9.
Looks like I have a trailer here so that I could actually do that.
You should be able to pull something with that.
They might need a scout like that. I'm wondering.
So I did actually even watch.
Oh my God,
they have
you can.
at the end of everything from Metalocalypse, they have the Death Requiem. It's they're like rock opera, and I was like, holy crap, this has a lot going on with it.
Oh, this is a long trip.
But then Adult Swim went and canceled everything.
Yeah, they went on a canceling spree, and I can't remember for the life of me why. Because a lot of the shows they replaced these shows with
Also have to go to dinner.
just
Okay.
they
Okay, so of
lacked
course. No problem.
story
dude.
of any kind. I like they still had the crazy humor and like the gruesomeness of a lot of the shows, but Metalocalypse actually had like a subplot in the lore.
It did, and it had some very interesting social commentary. I feel that accompanied it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I had actually read on Reddit, of all places, was that Adult Swim had a very kind of exclusive, like members-only club kind of feel to it. So if you were in, it didn't matter how bad your show was, they were still going to air it, and they were going to get rid of the stuff that of individuals that didn't play ball or didn't play by their rules. So that's kind of why a lot of the questionable content wound up on Adult Swim, and, you know, for better or worse.
Yeah. Well, like,
but it also feels like an entirely valid statement.
What? What's the valid statement?
That if you weren't part of the in-group, you didn't get your stuff on air.
Yeah, I'd say that's valid for sure. So this truck goes through gas like crazy as well. And
Explains why Mr. Exactly.
Going on this adventure.
Yeah,
So
and
we'll see what
Sephora's here says explains why Mr. Pickles got 3 seasons.
I don't even know what that is.
I believe it's on Hulu as well, but it's another show that was on Adult Swim, and it just wasn't very good.
I don't need to carry this trailer. This is just going to slow me down. But it's cool that I can. I didn't realize this truck could pull these trailers.
We're
That's
almost
awesome.
there. So 800 split by 2. It's 900 and 900. So that's going to be... So we only need 700. 700.
I love
14.
these scout-friendly maps.
It was disturbing. All right, I have determined that I can actually put a water carrier body on a vehicle and not have to haul this semi-trailer. All right, so let's go back to the garage.
I've got to make it at least to my ANK that I have here, because my ANK has
And let's find
a
out
little
what
bit of fuel, I think. And I can utilize that. Oh my god, this is... I just buried myself in water. Oh, the oil in the water? What? I forgot about that.
Oh, you've never seen that? You sent the
think
video
I
prop?
did, but
Okay.
like I forgot about it.
I will check that out,
was such
Norwood.
a good detail. Oh my god, slip and slide. Oh my god, it's a water slide.
Okay.
Ow.
It
Oh,
is.
jeez.
It is right up there. Yep. We will definitely be checking that out, Norwich. Ooh, dead sniper.
Excuse me while I just use my diff lock
That's
here.
such a cool picture.
I totally
There's a
forgot I even
lot of
had
cool
it on this
pictures coming
truck.
out of Forza.
I love that this game is allowing me to use a small truck for once.
Try to join you, but all my rigs are mods.
For an
Yeah,
important mission.
I think it would probably take a lot of those out of there. Actually, what if
I
we
might run out
do?
of fuel before I get there, but I'm gonna try. I keep forgetting that these trucks use a lot less fuel per minute as well.
What the?
Just the smaller trucks.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing, looks like 4 gallons a minute, averaging. I just need to make it to one of my other trucks that I have on the
Our
map
tank
here,
holds
and
it.
I could steal fuel from them.
I think Deborah Harry was the singer who did the voice of the main character in Rock and Roll. Yeah, I would have to look that up. I've never actually heard of that before. All right, we get some high quality H2O right here. And now let's go fill up our truck and deliver to the particular locations to give us some stuff. All right. I'm not about to lose my war. I like the Warthog. The Warthog and the Acteon, I like
Makes
those
me
two.
wish I had left my other truck here. I do have a truck with like 4 gallons in it somewhere, and I hope that's not the one I'm heading towards. I need way more than 4 gallons to get to my destination.
It'll actually show you how much fuel you have if you mouse over the stuff too. I do have a Bashy movie
Oh, and the trucks that I have on the map?
for to check out. Do tell. What was it? There was a rotoscope style of movie, and I'm trying to think of the name of it. It wasn't Fire and Ice. It was Wizards. The Wizards.
We're just
Oh!
gonna make it to the ANK. I think it's up here.
Fire and Ice
3
is...
gallons.
Is
Come
that
on.
on Amazon? It might be on Amazon. But Fire and Ice was one. The Wizards is another one. That's a really wacky movie.
Oh, I can see it. Oh my god, I can see it. Nope.
I don't even see you. Oh, it's on Tubi. Have you ever watched the movie Fire and Ice?
No. This is
How about
12 gallons.
The Wizard? They were both made about the same time.
No.
Two older, and I'm gonna say, what is that? Early 80s possibly. Weird animation. Wizards was done with some rotoscope animation. It was a very strange, very strange cartoon.
Let's see if I can roll that.
Was Wizards bash key or only fire and ice? Oh, I don't think this is gonna work. Oh, I'm foolish. Oh, bother. You know, let's see if we can make Wizards. Okay, okay. I am glad that we actually touched upon that particular topic.
Give it 9 guns. This is becoming like a weird relay race, almost.
Kind of funny how that works, doesn't it? I love weird stuff like that. You have another movie, like related, like Years or Gandahar?
See how far we can get. It took a whole gallon just to start it? What?
History of America, Pop is another good one.
That's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, it actually does take more fuel to start a vehicle than it does to keep it running.
That makes sense. I had a computer tech teacher that was trying to tell me that it's better to leave the computer on too than to start it and stop it a lot.
Alright, so let's go get this water in there. It had 2 names,
If I can
depends
make it to
on
the
the
top of the
country
hill
it was
here. Oh, does
released
this
in.
truck have fuel? It does. Oh, other way. I'm just gonna steal some fuel from that thing.
Light Years was the name in the USA. Gandahar was the name
That
of
may end up being a mistake later on, because I
I've
think I need
never
that.
heard of that.
I'll need that truck later that I just took fuel from.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I couldn't resist that, I'm sorry.
Okay, I just zoomed in on the bed on this truck, and the painted wood texture. Like, come on, this is a truck mudding game. Why are you guys so artistically perfect with your designs?
Razzie,
Why?
you just sneezed
so good.
really hard.
Doesn't need to be.
Did everything stay up there, or did anything escape?
I love that.
Also, hello to you too. We're taking water and we're putting out fires at the storage locations.
So you're still going back and forth with water?
I am, as a matter of fact. I miscalculated. I thought I was going to need less water, and it turns out I can do 1 more warehouse, and then I'm going to have to make... So that's going to be... So I have 1,800 gallons. I need 700, so I'm going to have 1,100. Yeah. It escaped? No! You must track it down! Because it's like an alien creature. You cannot let it propagate out in the field. You must capture it.
Oh, is that the road I was supposed to go down?
I used to find copies
I
of it
see,
at
either way.
Comic-Cons. Okay.
There's a trailer right there. That might be a fuel trailer. Oh, it is. Okay, I've been ignoring this fuel trailer this whole time. What a fool I was.
Don't be foolish.
I'll do my best.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to take the
call
long
them
way
Saber
around.
Interactive and tell them their damn talent is stellar.
It's kind of cool, right? Oh, dude. Sepphoris. The new
Like,
stuff
I really
coming
want them
down the
to
pipeline.
work on any game with vehicles. I want them to be the ones that are hired to do the vehicles, the vehicle physics. Like if
Lionel Johnson,
there's another
anyone?
Battlefield game coming out, I don't want to play it unless Saber Interactive does all the vehicles.
They are very good at their vehicle physics. The intro trailer to the new version of 40K, the rule set was
It appears sick.
unbelievable. They've already got rules for Roboot Gilliman,
Helps a lot with that.
Primarch of the Ultramarines. The stuff is it is unbelievable, unbelievable. Are you a Warhammer 40K fan, perchance at all?
I am.
Have you seen any of the newest media that has come out within the past handful of days?
I've seen a couple things about Henry Henry.
How about
Apparently
the
headlining something.
tabletop game? The tabletop game, and it's video preview of the newest version to release.
Ooh. The newest version. There's another like actual point version coming out.
Well, there's I think it's had like different iterations of the rules, so they're up to like 9 or 10 now.
Yeah.
You seem very distracted by chat. Are you? I love chat. I love chat. I love talking to chat. I have to use push to talk right now because we're talking with our good friend Space Viking. And if you want to see all of the stuff that we are actually doing together, you can hit 10th edition. Yes. Okay, perfect. You can hit that multi Twitch link, and you can actually watch both Space Viking, who's in your ear and my ear right there, do all this stuff. But I'm having a blast, and I enjoy talking. I really enjoy talking with a game that just happens to take place in the background. So there is that.
So do you have to go to a water tower to get water?
Correct. I have to go to a water tower
water to the water tower
to get. So I have to use the fire add-on.
Because I just fixed this one.
Oh, that's fancy.
Another.
That's
source of
very
water.
fancy. All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, but the only thing is, I hope Lehman Russ. That would be cool too.
I'm just hesitant to recover trucks when I need them so much in these other areas.
Well, the thing about that is, you're never going to get to a different map if you're keeping that.
I know. That mindset's
Lehman Russ would be
gonna
cool.
kill me. What are you into? Let's see.
I really want to see you go to the Lake Coved area. All right, go.
How much time do we have left in stream today? Oh, we're gonna be done in like 10 minutes.
And not that I just want to do the last couple of runs for the water, and then I should be good.
Okay. So we don't have time to go to Lake Cove. We can go next week.
Yeah, we can definitely check something
I
out
believe I
next week.
have
That's
it.
cool.
I palled around in there a little bit. I didn't actually like do anything. I just drove around.
It's pretty neat.
But it was still awesome. Yeah. All right. The Royal.
Did you stick around for nighttime?
I did. It was beautiful. I started it. When I exited the garage, it was night.
It's phenomenal. It is one of the most beautiful night skies in the entire game, and I think Ontario is probably a second close. Still enjoy it. Dude, Sephora's, the rally update is awesome. I'm really enjoying the rally update.
And it sounded like a tank.
Who's got a tank?
The dairy special.
Yeah, it is kind of cool, isn't it? Absolutely Norwich.
Why are you stuck, dairy special? Did I leave you in the mud for too long? Yep, there it goes. It's sunk. It's funny. So we used up a lot of that fuel. But now
Alright.
this is a water truck.
So this should
Can I get water here?
go.
Oh, there's no water in the water tower.
All right, so it's got
How do we put
1100.
water in the water tower? Is it because of what? Is that what you're doing?
Well, I'm transporting from the water towers, and it's apparently only specific water towers that I can use to get over to the burned warehousing. And I just need 2,900 more liter, I think.
So all I did then was repair the water tower. I still need to repair the source of water to it.
I guess. Is that a thing?
Well, putting out the fire at the storage one, putting out fire at the railway station. Is that the one you're doing, the railway? Or the factory?
I have
Are you
putting out the
you're-
fire at storage 1.
Okay.
Yeah, Sephora's, the rally
The railway
update
station
has been incredible.
It's supposed to give you warehouse access, I see.
Yeah, so the railway station does, and all of these burned warehouses, I think, actually will give us more stuff that we can.
Noise. I'm just like confused on like how to fix the world. Like I want this water tower to produce water. It's really close to a river. Like, is there a pump? Like, why can't
Actually,
I get water from this?
Are you set on liters or gallons? Put a picture of both those movies. Okay, I'll check it out.
I didn't know you could change that.
Blessed Plays. What is up?
Gallons.
So because you are on gallons, it's not going to let you fill up your H2O, your water tank, because there's a glitch in the game, believe it or not.
Well, that just proves how dumb our measurement system is. Like if it's glitching out a game, but
Giving it a shot.
physics.
Having a blast here in Ontario,
That's
though.
funny. Oh my goodness, I got a follow 52 minutes ago and I missed it.
It's because you've been having so much fun.
Just gotta check to make sure I didn't.
Surprise cheap trick and Iggy Pops did some of the. Oh, okay.
And
That is kind of interesting.
4112. If you're still there, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you.
All right, so. Sephora says he likes his freedom measurements.
Look, enjoy being imprecise, but I'm not gonna judge you for it.
Secretly judging.
Look, there's a news article that
Freedom.
I always love to quote when this argument comes up. There was a news article where they said the pothole was 3 washing machines wide. And the tagline underneath this picture said, Americans will measure in literally anything except meters.
It's true. It's very true.
And I was like, ugh.
All right, so 1800. So that's going to be 3.
But that's besides the point. I can't put water in my truck right now because there's no water in this water tower. And I don't know how to make this water tower have water.
If I do my math properly, I need 4,400 liters. It currently has 2,600 liters. My truck holds 1,800 liters.
Okay.
Only meter we count is millimeter.
But how do I make the water tower have water?
You need to convert. You need to set your. Honest to God, you need to set your options to metric, not imperial.
Wait, so the water tower says 0, 0 because of that?
Correct. Yes. There's a glitch.
Oh,
there's
I misunderstood.
There's a glitch in the game.
That's hilarious. So settings. Let's see. Steering.
Okay.
No, game. Okay. Metric system. Gallons. Miles,
All right. We're gonna
meters,
recover this guy.
liters. Okay.
Leave the garage. This is one of our best bets right here.
So when I go back here now, I'm gonna be able to fill up my truck.
You should be able to.
That's the fucking weirdest thing.
Right?
I mean, but again, we did already go through the thought process of it. It actually kind of makes sense to break the game a little bit.
Yeah, it's very bizarre. They basically they were aware of that glitch, but they were like, the only way for us to work around it right now, convert to the metric system, load it up, and just keep on going.
So, are you going to be able to finish up that storage with this trip, or do you want me to use what I just got?
I have one more trip with the truck that I have to fill up and drop off, and I'm.
Okay, I'll just start the railway station then. glad that I can fill up with water now.
Yeah, Loader apparently did security for a lot of different bands.
But
once upon a time.
I've been playing so much of Dyson Sphere program that meters will make more sense to me right now anyway.
216.
Meters in that game.
That's all metric system.
Yeah. Well, like when you start to get into into outer space, like you need precise. Like NASA does not use our system.
So the funny thing is, the game shipped and loaded onto my machine with the metric system. I never knew that you could actually change it back to imperial gallons, so I just left it. Mostly out of, and when I found that I could swap it, it was apathy to not swap it.
Yeah. You're
Still
like,
remember
"Hey,
one member coming up to me, pointing an umbrella at me
I'm
when
good."
he opened it. Was a hand giving me the middle finger. We both laughed. And he did it to see if I was chill or a jerk. And there you go.
Like there's something to be said for the freedom units though, because I think it's Fahrenheit is the one that actually has some merit to it, because Fahrenheit is the feels like temperature. Like that actually makes sense for humans to function in a daily life. Celsius isn't as efficient as Fahrenheit when it comes to the way something feels. I don't know, that's kind of hearsay, because someone who's lived with Celsius their whole life will probably challenge that.
Valid.
Because zero, I think it's in Celsius, 0 is freezing, I believe.
You would be
correct
correct
me if I'm
in,
wrong.
I think 100 would be the boiling point of water.
Yes. So in Fahrenheit,
All right, filled up.
freezing is 32, because at the point that a human would freeze is 32 degrees. At the point that a human would be too hot is 100 degrees. And that's why Fahrenheit is more efficient when it comes to what a temperature feels like.
They're more like guidelines.
Yeah. So 0 Fahrenheit is just don't go outside. Just don't.
Sephora says
too
gallons
much.
for fuel, meters for distance.
Yep. Gallons
that's
isn't
valid.
bad. Yeah, I'll agree there. Again, this is all hearsay. It's like
Meters
it's
for
like
distance
whatever
actually works out pretty
Whatever you
good.
grew up with is what's going to be most comfortable. But I have always felt that gallons make sense.
All right, so let's get this last load of water.
The thing that keeps coming up in my mind is that line from Super Troopers.
What,
I
the
don't
one
want
that
a
we're...
large. I don't want a large farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola.
Liter cola? Yes.
Yeah. It's like, who says liter?
That movie is brilliant.
Nobody says that. That was my first thought.
I'll have a large farva. Mother of God.
Loader, I it's not a competition, Loader, but I do have you beat. Was that the coldest you've ever worked in? And I know I'm not trying to compete. I just think it's funny to talk about. The coldest I've worked in was -60, with wind chill making it feel like -100.
Were you on the top of Mount Washington?
I
Bumblebee
was
tuna.
right next to Mount Washington on Bretton Woods.
Dude, that's bonkers.
And like the ski lifts were freezing. Like they were just
Hey,
becoming
Farva, what's that
solid
restaurant you
ice.
like with
And
all
they
the
were
goofy
like,
knickknacks?
You can go home now,
Shenanigans?
but you can't use the ski lift. I'm like, oh, how do I get down? They're like, the ski patrol's coming to get you. I'm like, okay, and I'm just sitting there with my like 7 layers of clothing on. Like, I hope I don't
so
die.
wild.
This would be a really awful way to die.
I mean, there are worse ways.
And the ride down the mountain was so fast on the snow machines that I didn't have any fear of death anymore.
So when I was up in Lincoln, New Hampshire, we were going to do the zip lining. They bring you from the place that you like pay people and get all your gear and stuff like that, and then they take you over to an area off of the road and they get into these. I think there's what are they? Swedish all-terrain machines. They're called like Pinswheelers or something, and they go hauling ass down these trails, and it's mildly terrifying because every bump you're pretty much getting launched into the air, and luckily there are seatbelts in the back of this thing. But my God, they hurtle down those trails at a breakneck speed. What would bears be without being?
What's the machine look
Years?
like? I'm having trouble picturing it.
I think it's kind of like it's got like a flat nose. It's got like a cargo area where you load in and you sit in the back like you're a bunch of troops in the back of the thing. They're an old 60s kind of vintage surplus vehicle.
Oh man, I think that the mountain that I worked on was so far from that. They were using the snowcats and the ski patrols, and they didn't have machines like that anymore. But what I'm picturing, I think they did have one in like in a storage area that you could look at.
Yeah, these ones all had wheels, not tracks.
Okay.
It was I'm gonna have to come up with a picture of it. I'm gonna have to come up with a picture because it was a neat piece of equipment, and
So
it was.
I'm upset that you can't shoot the water. Like I want a big hose.
You want like a water gun?
I want to actually put out the fires. You know?
I mean, I'd be okay with that.
Instead, we get to be the guy being like, I got your water.
We're just transporting it. The high quality H2O. Gatorade.
H2O.
Water is
That's
better.
bad.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Oh my god.
Captain Insano, do you have the need of a professional water boy?
The podcast
Holy
I'm
kid.
listening to just had a whole bit. Is like one of the hosts of the show does an Adam Sandler impression. So the AI producer of the show said, "I want you to read off this I can't remember what it's like an ad read almost, but it's Adam Sandler visiting multiple Applebee's and rating them."
Oh my God.
And
That sounds
he doesn't-
brilliant.
Like, it's not a real thing, but the AI came up with it, and he's reading these in Adam Sandler's voice.
Was that
like
Will
that.
Sasso who was doing that?
It was Will Sasso, yeah,
He's so good at that.
he is.
Like
That's his-
terrifyingly good.
That's his calling. Oh heck, this is actually closer than I thought. Really?
Will Sasso, I still think he was one of the most underrated characters from Mad TV from Once Upon a Time back in the day.
Who's got the heavy water carrier trailer here with the Azon? Is that you?
That would be me.
Are you all set? You're done? Just waiting for me?
That one was, I emptied that one, and instead of going back for another heavy, because that trailer holds 3,700 liters, where the truck-mounted ones only hold 1,800 liters.
Ah. I see. This one's holding, I don't even know how much I can have in this thing.
The dairy, the water, the fire body for the dairy holds 2,200 liters.
Oh. So I'm gonna do a little dent in one of these. That'll be okay.
All right, we're going the right direction. Yeah, so I figured if I was just making runs with the dairy, it would have been 2 trips per warehouse.
I think this is actually trying to trick me. So I'm actually going to go low, dip block, and just go through the mud. Because I think that's a trick going on the edge
Water
there.
sucks. It
Trying to-
really sucks.
Trying to trick me there.
Ford GT70 is not the best rally.
Now,
No,
anyone who hasn't seen this DLC yet, this is absolutely gorgeous.
I think
Yeah,
visually it's one of the best.
The railway is actually pretty easy to get to if we do when we play this one again. We can probably focus on the railway. So it's not so bad for the water tower I was just at.
All right. It looks like I'm at where I need to be.
I'm almost where I need to be. Hot damn.
All right. Check this out. Check this out. Check this out.
Do I get... Wait, you have an animation you're gonna get?
Ah, damn. No animation.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I got at least 14,000.
That's some cash.
Man.
Okay,
Singed
so
my whiskers, but I guess it's worth it.
so we have warehouses now available, warehouses available, access to location. Okay.
Oh, a new location. A new location? I didn't know there was more than 2. This is like...
All right,
this
so
DLC has so much stuff for the price.
okay, so this has 1 metal beam and 1 metal roll in the warehouse.
Oh. Well, hold on to
14K
that
ain't
for
hot
now.
shots money, but it's damn close. So I think each one of these locations are going to give us a little something.
Yeah. So this is a new location, which means...
Yeah, so this is going to be metal rolls and metal beams. And then this one here. Okay, so technically we have 3 more metal rolls and 3 more metal beams to make use of.
Nice.
P50 is the best. I mean, the Lamborghini is the best luxury.
So just, can you clarify for me? New location means like another tunnel that we can load a whole new...
Well,
spot?
it's on the... If you look at the map, now that we have 3 locations that are the burned warehouse, that's effectively what they're talking about is access to a new location. So each one of these has... So basically, we've opened up warehouses.
Wait. Hold up. Storm.
Yes?
Can you see my stream? I've encountered a glitch.
All right, I'm going there.
I was able to fill this up completely because for some reason 200 water keeps going back into my tank for no reason.
This is bizarre.
Hold up. What? Yeah, there it goes again. What? Okay. Oh, okay. I guess it's filled then. Let me see if it does it on the next
one. Very peculiar.
Hold on, I stalled. That's weird.
Oh, that
I
was
just able
wacky.
to do that infinite water glitch.
You know, some people like an infinite money glitch. That's an infinite water glitch.
I didn't put in any cheats, guys. I've not altered anything. Why can I do this? Oh my god. Oh, there it
I
goes.
have no idea.
I don't know why, but it just ended. I was able to put 1,300 into this one. That's weird.
King Trucker, what's
cool.
up, dude? Is that a Minecraft reference?
All right, sorry. What,
I have
what
no
were you
idea.
saying before that? Because I definitely got very distracted by that.
I don't... Oh, it's about the warehouses. So, because we put out the fire using the water at all of the warehouses, we now gain access to the contents of the warehouses. So each one of the 3 warehouses has a metal beam and a metal roll. So now we technically have 3 metal beams and 3 metal rolls to make use of.
That's awesome.
Also came across a new ammo type.
Infinite water glitch.
I want in my future armory. What is that?
So the new warehouses. I'm still not understanding what it meant by new areas unlocked. So let me go to the global map. And that's
the new area is the new warehouse, basically. So if you see the
see.
burned warehouse, that's the new area.
Okay.
Spot an external hard drive. I forgot you can't play off. Yeah, you got to switch stuff around.
I'm looking around. Oh, there's
also
a couple of water towers now that we've repaired that I can use.
Just sent you 2 pictures. Okay, Norwich, I'll check that out. As it turns out, I have only dropped a grand total of 43 frames this entire stream, and I am shocked at that.
I think I've dropped 300, but that was when I was doing my
458
fiddling.
SOCOM. Ooh. I was having significant issues the past couple of days because my internet is just a mess. So I've got the laptop hardwired now into the internet, and it seems to be doing better.
Oh, you were doing Wi-Fi?
I had no problem with Wi-Fi for the longest time, and something started causing an issue.
Interesting, because, well, I've just ever since I was a wee lad, I use hardwire things because it's supposed to be way more stable.
It says that, but I was like,
Yeah.
huh, this actually works pretty good. I'm just gonna keep doing it.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, if it was working, by all means. It's just interesting that it was working.
So effectively, what would happen is I would have my Wi-Fi signal kind of degrade throughout the day. So it would be okay in the morning, and then by the time I got home, I would have to reset the router, and sometimes reset the router and the modem.
Wow. And the modem.
And it's not cheap stuff. It's all using Wi-Fi 6 now, I think. The latest one.
Did you have water in this truck? This big one with the long trailer?
I don't believe so. I think it was empty. Very slow around, but it hits like a Volkswagen bus at 35 miles an hour.
I was tempted to bring it over to the railway station and see if I could get that glitch to trigger again.
That would be kind of genius.
Why do I have a Scout 800 here? Oh, I think that was a mission that we did.
All right. I think, ladies and gentlemen, it is about that time once again.
All right, that's.
Yeah, so we're about the 9:15 hour. I think we've kind of accomplished all the stuff that we want to accomplish. Do we have any raid suggestions?
Yeah, I'm just recovering some of the trucks that
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have to recover.
that I know I'm not gonna need.
Yeah, I need to recover a couple too.
Like the GMC, like I haven't touched in a while. The GMC came out with a new truck that looks like it looks like an American version of a Tacoma.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised.
Did you see it?
GMC's always Oh, is he on? Oh, he is on.
Someone was saying that if you have a water trailer and a water frame add-on,
Norwich, have a great
it's
rest
like
of
the
your
most
night.
water you can carry. Was that you that was saying that?
The body does 1,800, and I think the trailer does another 1,800. So you're close there. You're really close. But we're gonna go raid on out. We're gonna go say hi to one of our friends, who pops by the channel periodically. Swole Jesus Gaming. He's gonna be playing. Yeah, he's a good dude. Actually, oddly enough,
because I might raid him too, because that sounds like a fun double raid.
he's a super nice guy. He's actually local. He's another New Englander.
Nice.
Oddly enough, probably only less than 45 minutes from where I am.
Yeah, bud. Wicked.
And I think he found us by playing, was it Skyrim? It was either Skyrim or Fallout, possibly. But yeah, we're gonna go raid. He's playing MLB The Show because it is opening day. Not that I'm really too concerned with that, but like maybe some people are.
Figured that might be a good
Mr. Enigma,
photo there.
thank you very much. I appreciate it. Have a great night, guys. We're gonna go on over. We're gonna go say hi to Swole Jesus Gaming.
I used to be an adventurer like you.
Then I took an arrow.
He's a
in the
good
knee.
dude. He's another supporter of this channel. Check him out. Maybe you're into baseball. Maybe you're not. Maybe you find somebody new you want to watch from time to time. But I appreciate it. And we will be back tomorrow. We are going to be playing Forza as we usually do on Fridays, which is going to be a blast.
You have a great night as well, Dragonfly North. Thank you so much for hanging out.
So, my friend Space Viking, I hope you have an awesome rest of your evening. We're going to go raid out to Swole Jesus Gaming. And, yeah, we're going to be around for Forza tomorrow if you are, so...
I might be. Oh, no, I have work. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have a new shift on Fridays now, so I probably won't be able to join you for Forza for a long time unless I did remote gaming from my iPad.
Live gaming?
I could try.
Been there, done that. It's all
Yeah.
good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
All right, my
We'll
friend.
see.
Thank you again. This has been awesome, as always.
Did you
And
already leave the
everybody-
game? Oh, no, there you are.
Have a great
Still
night.
leaves the game.